Let's do this here. 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 Ooh, 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 let's do this here. 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 Ooh, 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 ooh. Let's do this here. 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 Ooh, the planet of my big brother, a former ex-president of DC, President Barack Hussein Obama. Boom, 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 boom. AKA the planet of the apes. Pardon the pun, none was intended. Not really meant to be racist. Yeah, keep coming back, whoever you are, Mr. or Miss Pop-Up. Always popping on my social media channel for that or something, so give them on time, you know. But only stay for a few seconds. What I meant to say. Sorry about that, you all. Not even for a few minutes. Not to mention for a quarter of an hour. To get 15 minutes of shame if one were to pop up in my, chat room or comment section, so that I could from there silence one's chat and then finally block one permanently. Because I hate when somebody else disrespect another person's social media channel by only popping on for a few seconds and then just as quick pop out, But then aside from that interruption of Mr. or Miss Pop-Up, depending on whichever one's gender is, I hate it when I get visitors like that, where it's to my social media channel, be it for YouTube or whatever other ones for that matter. Then because they show total disrespect and and especially as I from there suspect that it could that person is an it, may as well be an it, not human, an animal, monster. And I suspect that person of interest, whosoever one is and how many of the likes of one's kind, could possibly be some of anybody and everybody is what I meant to say, and like say from not to mention, like for starters, like say for example, an internet troll to a crank caller to a stalker or one of my past and or present proverbial neighbors from damn hell or cats as a riff-raff, of the rank and file of criminal elements who could possibly be moonlighting as internet trolls, crank callers, stalkers, and whoever else for that matter, if you know what I mean. Read between the lines, fill in the blanks, Hopefully not any closet peeping toms, closet rapists, sexual predator, animal monsters, or even so, closet killers, serial rapists and serial killers, But then how are you all doing, my social media family? Being of any subscribers and visitors alike to that being of my own social media channel and or chat room or comment section. Well, hopefully everyone is doing at least okay. If not better yet to be said, to be feeling all right. If not best of all to be said, to be feeling blessed and stressed, more blessed and stressed, or too blessed to possibly become or be stressed. You and yours, your family and friends, and hopefully me and mine, likewise, as well, are all the same. Regardless of these most perilous times that we are living in, where there shall be wars and rumors of wars, pestilences and diseases, suppose or so-called natural disasters or natural disasters and man-made ones that will have Greta Thunberg feel like she's about to bust a lung is what I mean to say. Sorry about that. Scream at the top of her her lungs, Sorry, it's a rather late hour, and this is about half an hour to my bedtime, as I established it for 11 o'clock p.m. hour, regardless of any neighbors from damn hell characters, being of my present ones who are worse ones yet, for lack of that kind, as they are more creepy than the last one. Attempting to throw a monkey wrench in that program, among other things that they attempt to do to make my life a living damn hell, living day and night damn hell. For these most perilous of times, of wars and rumors of wars, pestilences and diseases, natural and man-made disasters, spiritual wickedness in high places, etc. Whereas it would be bad enough to become subject to experiencing one's own demons, then they have to be possibly influenced by somebody else's worse yet, and to think that just most recently, I myself was like, I relapsed with one of my addictions, so far as choking the chicken is concerned. No, don't go there. Don't even try it. Don't even think it. I'm not into the same sex. I'm not a male member of the LGBT community. But then neither nor am I a member of the rather religiously blasphemous and extremely ridiculously homophobic Westboro Baptist Church with its bogus email of www.godhatesfags.com. From what I gather, the God of my own understanding, he don't hate any members of the LGBT community, but rather instead he hates their, rather blasphemous alternative lifestyle preferences. And so much for that conversation. Yes, keep coming back, Mr. and Miss Pop-Up. Hopefully you will grow a brain and be more respectful of my social media channel, Then what was I about to say before I was so rudely interrupted again by some such cat? Yeah, and the backtrack here with reasonable purpose of being, or so I can go on with the following to continue from where and when that my person had last left off, so I can finish up as complete a former pre-fried line thought, and then the same or similar soul since the word before I were to get to the original topic of discussion was I know that the original topic of discussion to be debated of given argument of a subject matter, a social issue with the many different views and opinions to be affiliated associated with and representing thereof to be affiliated associated with or whatever I say. Something about, and before I lose my train of thought, I meant to sound like, like I'm tumbling over my words. Something about, oh man. But before I was so rudely interrupted, yes. Something about, oh well, God. See, I hate that when somebody be trying to throw a monkey wrench in the program. I was saying something about, damn, Lord forgive the customer. I know I was speaking the same more with less. Oh, I say something about wars and rumors of wars, and then some then there's a spiritual wickedness in high places. I did lose my train of thought. Hold on, tell me what my words like. Train of thought, so we could do something. God help me. Prince of Peace, continue to regulate my mind compared to the Prince of Darkness to confuse my speech. I can't remember for the life of me. I was saying, Well, anyway, I ain't gonna worry about it. But yeah. So oh God, I can't remember because Mr. Miss Pop-Up. I was speaking upon how some of them, I think that was it, how they be moonlighting as some such other trying to influence me. In the day and age of spiritual witness, but I get more than enough my own thing. Oh, I was speaking on how I was choking the chicken. I relapsed. I think that was it. Well, whatever. If not, well, all things are supposed to work for the good of God, but Anyway, I relapsed, choking my chicken, you know, and some such get more time. If not, I haven't relapsed with some such other, you know, vices or negative habit. I don't know what possessed me to do that, but you know, regardless of whether or not I busted a nut, you know. So I don't need anybody else's influences or negativity, you know. Yeah, I mean, and as there go Mr. and Miss Pop again, where some, you know, whereas the likes of neighbors from damn hell could be moonlighting some such characters and woman guard. I don't know. You know. Yeah, I relapsed before I supposedly got back on the bandwagon and recovered for that. You know, for in other words, aka masturbating. If not, having relapsed to that of gambling and drinking and smoking. Whereas lately I've been getting the victory over gambling as I would associate it with and reflecting upon how I'm trying to go for recovery to maintain sobriety over drinking and my drug of choice being reefer. So maybe I have to apply the same, you know, means, methods, techniques, concept in choking the chicken, you know. Then I had yet to, you know, get to my laundry, you know, so that I won't be looking like the hubby dear or fiance or boyfriend, even so, Raggedy Ann, or worse yet, the Bride of Frankenstein. No, what I'm talking about, the last message, the Bride of Frankenstein looked kind of good, you know, that old creature features horror flick. You know, I don't know what anybody else is talking about. The Bride of Frankenstein look kind of bootylicious, you know, beautiful and cute, sweet, sexy, and shapely and everything. Anyway, though, and moving right along. Hopefully, what I had mentioned was something before that last. Hopefully, that was what I was trying to complete of a form of freedom paradigm. So rudely interrupted by Mr. and Miss Pop-Up. But then, like I said, if not, then all things are supposed to work for the good of God regardless. And moving right along. Anyway, though, then I could once I complete the broadcast, I could review it and find out what it was that I supposed to have forgot. Then it caused the distraction of Mr. and Miss Papa for whichever one gender is. But then if you hear any kind of interruptions or disruption to the proceedings at hand, so far my person trying to, you know, broadcast his present social media content of the video, you know, not meaning so far as transmissions or electronic frequency or communication of the line of thought otherwise coming from, you know, electronic device of my own personal space belonging to possession, but rather I am making reference to any of the likes of the present proverbial neighbors from damn hell, you know. I was saying, if I recall correctly, I established the 11 o'clock p.m. hour for myself to go to bed, regardless of, you know, how they would. I think I already mentioned it. I guess that's what it was. It's not worth all things work for the good God. Anyway, though, and moving right along, let's just dive into, you know, the present social media content, you know, at hand. So you all want to know what I did today, right? Come on now, you do. Yeah. And let me see. I had went to a free eating spot, you know, and whereas I really ate something before I had got there, you know, something of my own that I made a purchase of from a fast food place, like the day before, you know, like as in yesterday, you know, because I ate something then I saved The rest for tomorrow or tomorrow being yesterday, whereas tomorrow never gets here. Tomorrow, whereas now is today. I saved it for today for what I had yesterday. And I ate that. And then I went to this one soup kitchen. I just want to see what they would have. Though there are some soup kitchens that I tend more than other ones. Being a witch approved to have become to be a no-brainer as the self-explanatory. Read between the lines, fill in the blanks. And the same can be said food pantries. And the thing is, while I was there, there's this one character for like this kind. There's quite a few is there. When I say no more than quite a few of like this kind there compared to others who seemingly don't attempt to pull that kind of bogus crap. But this one likes to sit behind another person all the same, so he can make with the fast hand and attempt to pocket another brother. And that's sad when two brothers who are down and out don't have two nickels to rub together. And you got, each and every one or practically, if not possibly, any and every kind of brother is attempting to clip another or some such other brother as in pickpocket another brother. That's sad. So anyway though, because he liked to sit behind me, so I at times get another seat plan arrangement. Thing to do next time I go there. I don't need all that because it's bad enough that he likes to sit by the wall next to the TV when he's supposed to be sitting by a table. So he gets up when they call the tables. He gets up and try to get a meal. For a minute there, the working staff person that turned him down before they changed the mind and gave him a meal. Only after I had offered him mine because I already ate something. See, as I was saying, and he grabs the plate and he looks over it and he got his head and the face all over the place and everything, And he touched a piece of the chicken. Then he said, "Here, that's okay. I go back up." I said, "Man, do you think I want that after you already touched it, man? Even so, when you had your head, your face all over it, you could have been dripping boogers out your nose, spitting saliva into it." I said, "I don't want that, man." He said, "Just put it on the table. Somebody else, if they hungry enough, they get it." I said, "Man, that's so ungrateful." I told him I already ate, man. I said, "If they won't give you something, so here, take mine." All right, I know not to do that again. This is the same brother at one time. I bought some pizza out of my own pocket, out of my own. I got money out of my own wallet, Bought some pizza, and I shared it with him and some other brothers. So, and he takes us after nibbling on some one of the slices like that. He take the rest and throw it in the garden. And this was some good pizza, really good pizza, that I had to really, juggle bill payments, my budget to get some such because sometimes you want to really eat like a king, like you having a feast. And when he threw that piece, the piece of slices of that pizza in the garbage, I was freaking pissed, man. It was not like I wanted. No, then again, but if I had caused a commotion, want to take it out of his head, they would have called police on me, and I practically, if not possibly, be practically and or possibly be before a judge in an orange jumpsuit, as orange is the new black. Sporting something such to go along with a pair of handcuffs attached to leg shackles. Okay, because I ain't got money. I'm on a limited fixed income for this ungrateful cocksucker. Is that what I'm gonna say? Now I ain't gonna put it like that because I'm supposed to be trying to get right for God, and I can't say SOB or bastard either. I have to mention use the much more familiar N-word. But this ungrateful black Negro male, he takes my piece of slice and threw it and got compared to the other brother ate something, so to say something like that. I said, "Why you son of a gun for like that?" So I should have known that before then. From that last end, this was money out of my pocket. then this time, like I'm giving him a plate that the soup kitchen is offering, as they serve free meals, breakfast and lunch there. And then he wants to, give it back to me. As he had his head, nose all over. I should have known. I'm thinking I should have known from the last time when he done something worse yet with food that was made a purchase of money out of my wallet, coming out of my own pocket. So I said, I'm gonna watch this guy because he like up to no good. He ain't right, Especially if he's sitting behind and try to pickpocket me. Shortly after he pulled that, he got the nerve to tap me on my shoulder. I said, man, don't touch me, man. I told him, I said, don't touch me. I said, what's going on? What's up? Come on. You got an ink pen on the floor. I said, my ink pen was in my pocket. See, it couldn't have possibly have fell out unless he had been trying to get something out of my pocket, because I had my keys in my for the pocket, the side of my pants where my keys was at, was upon the other side of my pants for another pocket. I had my wallet, and my keys was in there where it was covering the ink pen. They had to keep the ink pens from falling out. I said he had been trying to get into my pocket, thinking that I may have some money in that pocket as well as, said that's the only explanation for it. And then I had my book bag, and I got to keep my book. I had my electronic devices in it, among other things, personal effect. And it wouldn't be the first time that somebody stole something from me. At that one soup kitchen alone, let alone somewhere else with the fast hand, making the pickpocket bogus action, and going into my bag, my school bag, taking something out, Yeah, but then, and the thing, I had two electronic devices, not one, but two electronic devices, the tablets, whereas I had the original tablet and I had to get a replacement tablet because somebody kicked the school bag and broke the screen, and the tablet was no good from there. It didn't work for nothing in the world. Then they did the same thing to the second tablet. So I said, I know not to be sleep in that mood ever again since those last two tablets I took that slept. That second time, after the first time I slept that mood, a bogus 2-cent power play, somebody getting jealous because I got this electronic tablet, that can't compare to a computer. But then my computer is in, a repair shop where the technician is working over there. Is in this one place of business that the service in that line of thought. Since the word repairing my computer for electronic place of business shop. But then I think that the technician there could possibly be attempting to run game on me, because it was not that long ago, speaking upon those matters, that I got my personal computer, my PC, my personal computer out of his shop. Didn't have to return it because this was one of the places I do more regular business with compared to other ones that would transact some such. And I said, man, because he told me the last thing, he said, don't worry about it, I got the cover. He said, you ain't got to pay a thing. But I went ahead and paid a little something anyway, after a while, because it's supposed to be a certain amount of time, to be scheduled per appointment to pick up the item product after we serve, like to be compared onto another place of business, that is supposed to take care of business between service provider and patron customer, like the cleaners and so forth. But anyway, though, so at one time, before the last time I went there and gave him a little money, yeah, he was like telling me, I brought it back to my time. I said, what's up with my computer? He told me, oh man, I forgot. I was working on these other computers. What? Man, are you freaking kidding me? And I gave him my password or PIN code or everything. He tell me, is there certain items on here, that you want erased? Or have you got it downloaded? I said, nah, I ain't gonna worry about it. Just go ahead and erase what information altogether. But then I wondered if he could possibly have downloaded something such, my personal effects. It wouldn't be the first time that I had become subjected to experiencing what would be commonly called or commonly known as identity theft, but hopefully it will be the last. But I know after a while, and I had to get in touch with the different credit bureaus to get that straightened out, because that's a bad feeling. Somebody steal your ID. Hopefully I ain't got much important stuff on there compared to other stuff. That'd be rather irrelevant compared to some such that is relevant. Because there was one time or another, somebody told me that somebody's supposed to have purchased an automobile with my information. And once your credit rating is ruined, it takes a rather pretty long time. Is that what I'm saying? No, quite a long time at times to get it restored, to a much more favorable status, Just get me reflecting upon, this one male who had his identity stolen at one time or another. This was like the episode of a talk show, right? And the thing is, the po-po, the boys in blue, come knocking at his door, right? Battering ram and all. Pulled him out, took him to the can, and to add insult to injury, he got raped or molested while he was in jail, and they gave him that package of a really, lethal or dangerous sexual disease, I didn't keep up with the real life urban legend horror story that was broadcast on that one talk show host television show. I think he had passed into the old blue yonder, as in croak more than Kermit the Frog. No offense or disrespect meant to him, but I think that package that he caught of a STD or STI, they call it nowadays, killed him because he got raped in jail, So that's like the worst case scenario. You don't want that to happen to you, as a result of developments of identity theft, Then anyway, don't get back to me and all. So from there I went to a library, and I chilled there for a while. But before then, I kind of hung out. As a matter of fact, I went to the headquarters library, the downtown area that supersedes, that has jurisdiction over all the other library branches of public libraries here and there throughout the city. I chilled there for a while, at the same time to watch the characters within the surrounding area of vicinity of neighborhood community being the business and school hub of the city, You know what I'm saying? Because those characters ain't nothing nice, From Walterboro, South Carolina. Yeah. For that particular area, it's like called, gladiator school, Because it's like being in the can or the crate house. They be throwing down, throwing up their dukes, like modern day Roman gladiators having a free for all. Because at one time they had to, call from security to the regular po boys in blue, to squash all that, because it was like two different factions fighting right outside the library, pulling out knives on one another and everything, And police squad cars was like coming out of nowhere, and grabbing as well as coming between people, persons left and right, and pulling some such to the side to ask them questions to find out what had that to jump off as it did, to have the two different factions get to a sparring match, running and chasing one another down the street and throwing blows at one another. I mean, it was crazy. This is a black folks, black people. So I don't blame, the Chicago PD, Chicago Police Department beefing up patrols of its officers, because that's one of the vicinity areas of a neighborhood community. I mean, that's the business and school hub of our own metropolis or major metropolitan city, whereas, if anything, they're going to beef up patrols that much more. Then there are certain areas on the north side where they come snap, crackle, and pop up. Then the further south, and as well the further west you go in the city, then it'll be less likely you'll get as much of an immediate response. You know, if something could develop that's really volatile, lethal, or dangerous, or a life-threatening situation. So you gotta, you know, be about the alternative option, being which is, you know, to be about the self-defense that much more until the boys in blue could come on through. You know, you hear what I'm saying? So in this here area, I had to keep a working phone of some kind, you know. But then where I was at before, in a better neighborhood, before this one neighbor from down hell got me booted out of there, got mad because I reported him to the management of the building another time. The well, you know, reported him to the police, you know, or cops, then members of the law enforcement community, and he flipped the script on me by getting me booted out of a better neighborhood. You know, convincing the administrative real estate representative personnel, my last landlord, and one's subordinates to give me walking papers that he should have received. You know, short notice, I'm having to move here to keep from becoming a rank and file of the homeless in daily transits, like I said. Or the pushing shopping cart bums. Most of the homeless, they out there on the streets. They like that because that's the way they want to live. I'm one of the persons that believe that compared to how others tend to differ. You know. So anyway, I went to this library. And then from there, I just headed on back to my pad here, home. What you make of it, and the life you save may be your own. You know. I come back here and I thought to call it a knife from there. I said, man, you know what I'm saying? I said, yeah, let me do just that, you know. Cause as one preacher man after another would say, some people didn't wake up this morning. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to go out like that, you know. Where it's bad enough, I got neighbors from down hell here hunting. Like I said, the ones here where I'm at now, they're worse because they're more creepy. They're creepier, you know. You know, they're not so much as like the last neighbors, more like, you know, the rowdy bunch of bam rebels wannabe, midnight cowboys. They're more like spooks that sit by the door, you know, creeping and crawling. Like when you turn the lights on in a room, the roaches scatter. Or like rodents and cheese. That's how these neighbors are. That much more. You know. I ain't playing that, you know. But I'll be like ready to rock and roll. I ain't alone. You know. I ain't playing that, man. I'll be like ready to tell them, man, if you don't get the damn hell away from my apartment door, you better. I'll be like, go creep around your mama's bedroom door. You know. If you're into an incestuous relationship. Your mom, your grandma, for that matter. Even if you're not, go do that. Don't creep around my apartment, though. You know, because the life you save may be your own. Because I'll be like, no, I ain't the new kid on the block. If you look at it from one point of view, it's not enough. Well, I'm actually a new kid on the block with it, but I ain't like Boo Boo the Fool, sleeping that one. You know what I'm saying? I mean, don't take me. You say don't take my kindness for weakness. I ain't no wuss, you know, or wimp, you know. Gotta be thankful that I'm not like concealed carry. But then I do believe in dialing that emergency number for 911. Let the boys in blue know, the fuzz, the big boss man, that I'm having a problem back at the crib for the baby boy here. But then, you know, crib and baby boy, so to speak. I live in a place rather than an apartment, and I'm a grown adult male of a man. You know what I mean to say? That's just street slang. You know, I ain't gen for that. These neighbors, they like, I wouldn't trust them as far as I could throw them. You know, I'm not saying that all the neighbors in this building like that, but wasn't quite a few of them, as they are the worst neighbors from down hell compared to the ones that had to be bothered with at the last building I was at, and in the better neighborhood for a locale or locality for an address location. But I already explained to y'all why I'm here now. But other than that, it's been a pretty fair day, of it. I'm in one piece, and when you have lemons, make lemonade. I just gotta look forward to the next day and count my blessings, consider my losses, count my blessings, and move on. But regardless, regardless of how at times I've been feeling kind of disappointed that more than quite a few women compared to others I would like that is to think that could give me the benefit of the doubt. When I'd be sitting on that bench outside this one headquarters library, they figure that maybe I'm under the lights to be associated with the riffraff. They don't bother to speak, I ain't into that. But then they just get me thinking about something I heard earlier today for a news channel station. They were saying beware of certain dating apps, because a lot of bras and dames be setting up males, like just when you think you're gonna pay some or such, a lady, a prospective future lady friend or woman to visit. She got you set up to get jacked on foot, to get robbed, blind. I heard that about certain dating apps. And as I'm hearing it, find a public place, that, patronizing customers, spend regular time at, or for that matter, can you believe it? They say, if you meet up for the first time with somebody of the opposite sex, then, suggest that you and her meet at a police station. Can you imagine that? At a police station. So wow, it's just that chaotic out here. Hectic, And then I had yet to get hooked up with another dating website myself. But only after I get my stuff together, because I still have to go to the laundromat, either in the building or outside the building here. I'm wearing odds and ends. Like I said, I don't want to be confused with, like some could assume that I'm the hubby dear, fiance or boyfriend or Raggedy Ann, or confuse me with one of these here homeless drifters, derelict transit bum, a wino, a drug addict when I'm in recovery. So I just thought to share that with you all, for what it's worth. And I hope that your person had gotten something out of this here present social media broadcast. And I'll let y'all some other time. I don't know when, I can't say, because I'm not getting my props, As a matter of fact, I lost one of my subscribers. I ain't gonna worry about it, because I was here before I got on YouTube or got any other social media accounts, for myself, And God got my back if I stay focused, regardless of how at times I play the lesson to you being a prodigal son. And come like that sheep that is straight from 99 until I would have make amens to God on my own understanding, our Lord and Savior Christ Messiah deliverer. Compared to how the worst of two evils is any of those closet devil worshippers who make up most churchgoers or whatever religious denomination, including the prosperity preachers, televangelists, false brethren, false prophet, and antichrist among them that be fleecing the flock, draining elderly senior citizens' pensions dry, sending more than quite a few of them to the crazy house, have more than quite a few of them contemplating suicide and homicide for that matter. But then on this last note, I would like to say, if you haven't gotten Christ as your personal Lord and Savior, I hope that you would think to do so now while the blood is still running warm in the vein, but recognizing and realize what he himself had done and did upon the cross of Calvary and go something at the hands of Rome, so up on orders of their superiors, religious, political, militaristic, and otherwise. But then nevertheless, he went to that cross of Calvary, become perfect sacrifice, the only sacrifice for you as well for me. So if any of us would profess faith in him, we don't have to worry about the lake of fire damn hell, because we would have the only fire insurance against it. You all take care and be safe. We are. Peace.